by saying, now I got this poem in a magazine about this famous writer, so I said I sent the poem to Poetry Flash in the Pan. I said, you know, it's Poetry Flash, and then also to the St. Mark's Shithouse. Yeah. You've been there.
Yeah, the church.
So I'm calling it the Shithouse. You know, the St. Mark's Shithouse. It has a nice euphonious ring, but actually, because if I send something to those places, they don't even respond. You know what I mean?
Because they're bombarded, maybe.
Yeah, well, they may be bombarded, but there's a lot of asshole poets who if they just fart, that it goes into that paper because it's very political. You know what I mean? And the relationships of people, and people that I never want to read, die and become, you know, made permanent emblems. Poster, yeah.
Hey, Reiniger, zeg even hello.
Hey, baby. How did you know I was here? How did you know I was here? Did you like that photo I sent you? That picture of you and Michael that I sent you?
Yes.
Even Michael probably liked it.
Luc Sala?
Even Michael liked it. Lakshmi is here with me. I don't know where she's wandering around. It's actually a very good poem because I'm a very good poet. I don't miss too often.
Yeah.
And I can't even I can't get it published, sending it to mediocre places, which are actually not even good enough to recognize.
Yeah,
but there it is in German, and it's published in Japan. So that's what I do.
I say I have more recognition among friends abroad.
Yeah, I mean I do
and you
things.
might have the same.
Yeah, but I'm.
You have better understanding abroad than in our own country.
But also, you know, some people are global or even galactic people. You know, so your spirit is.
Well, as long as you're a world citizen, one planet or none.
Is Lakshmi ook hier op de tuin?
Yeah, she's right around. She went to
get a little bit colder than in the sun.
Yeah, you know, Lakshmi's writing a science fiction novel, which is just brilliant. I have a copy with me. It's so beautifully straightforward, well written. She did 80 pages, and she knows where she wants to go, and it's only 20% finished. But it's just very smooth and totally. It doesn't have any of the failings of early writing, of overwriting. It's all just like.
Yeah.
And it's and it's a science fiction thing.
Nepal said that a novel is finished because reality became too complex to be put into a novel. In the 19th century, all the novels had a meaning, and they had a political meaning. I mean, a novelist would write about injustice and about things that were wrong and how to change society.
Well, that's
nowadays
why
they don't. Novels are not read by politicians who can change policy.
That's why poetry is king.
True.
Because it's like
always been there.
Yeah, but it's like God. He can put everything into a grain of sand, infinity in a grain of sand.
Sure.
So a poem, you compress it, and if a telegram is aimed at someone's pineal and it zaps them, then that's all. If you can do that in one line,
it's an explosion. It's energy over.
I'm trying to read. Did you ever read Tristram Shandy?
No.
Of Lawrence Stern?
Yeah.
Well, I've read about it for years. Like, I know Nabokov loved that book and Joyce loved that book.
Yeah.
I tried to read it when I was a student, but it tired me out, and I just
Lawrence Stern.
Yeah, I liked what I read, but I just couldn't stay with it.
Yeah.
And now I'm reading it very slowly.
It's a zigzagging book, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. Though.
Yeah.
So it's taken me a month
from?
to read 200 pages.
American guy?
No, it was an Irishman, actually.
Irish,
and I guess the 19th century.
It's about Japan too, no?
No, it's about hobby horses. I mean a hobby horse in the sense that every person has their hobby horse, their personal obsession.
What's yours?
And they ride it to death. Well, it's
riding.
Or
well, I don't know. I have
riding
a lot.
And whatever.
I have a lot of them.
This
This is whoops. See,
I mean, riding is never just
I
riding.
keep getting caught with my book here. See, it's getting caught in the chair. I got it ripping the cover off, and the next thing I know, look at this. You see, you have a little Scotch tape.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get it.
I found this in my library, and I decided I want to read it.
There's a very good biography of Camus just out by Oliver Todd. He's my man. L'homme révolté.
Really?
Dit weekend.
Well, I feel a natural anarchist and always have been, but I picked this up and then I read first the Diderot piece, and I loved it. So now I want to read the excerpts. I want to read, little selections of Malatesta and Kropotkin and things like that.
You needed a card for something?
Ja, precies. Eindelijk is die troep er een keertje uit. Maar hij heet dit, put in de kart, put in een vol container. Dus eindelijk
is die container nu vol?
Ja, dat is niet vol.
Is er nog eentje daar?
Maar het is echt een half jaar geduurd.
You have to get in the window where it says Eden 25. That's the title.
Tomorrow is
because this house is number 25 like Savaatiestraat.
Yeah.
And it's 25 in a row, of course. And each house should have a...
Nice, good. Okay, see you later.
Hij moet getaxeerd worden.
The outer garden.
Van Luc. Schuin achter ons een beetje.
That's close to you.
What is number?
Ja, oké.
His 06 number that he gets for the gelegenheid.
Oh ja, zo goed.
0627.
No,
you.
I'm gonna buy Luke a present, which is a slave bracelet that he can put on me, so he can just
Electronic
and can
garden.
contact me anywhere. You know?
Oh, you mean anything somebody gives, does it out of self?
Well,
it's
no, because
it's
I like.
easier communication.
No, if I would have a cell phone, I don't like the idea.
Mijne is opeens...
But Luke was the one who would call me all the time. The last time he gave me the cell phone, so then he would.
I was the only one who knew the number, of course.
Yeah, so he knew the number, and he would call up, and he'd say, "Where are you?" I say, "Oh, I'm in a hair stand. I'm in a hair stand, and we're doing disco duck dancing." He says, "Okay, where is it? I'll be right over." You know what I mean?
Yeah, for his sellers.
Dude, that is a great thing about mobile.
Yeah.
Where are you? And then,
06.
yeah.
So you know, I'm going to be on the
271.
Amalfi Coast, and I'll be seeing Valley there.
366.
That's where, you know, that's a little few
Where
miles.
is that?
On the Amalfi Coast,
364 and
Salerno.
Not anymore in Positano?
No, she's there. But I'm saying this place where this poetry festival is on. But when the dates kept changing for this, so I have to be in. Yeah, but I have to be in Sardinia on the 8th of July. So coming here the 21st was too complicated for me, and I was doing a lot of things in New York. Mainly, I'm also trying to catch up with my rent and everything. So, but then July 1st seemed close enough that if I come here now, I have to stay here for 6 days or something, which is perfect. This is like a perfect
And nice for
interlude.
Lakshmi also.
Blind George was here.
Oh yeah, he came to a reading I did in New York with Jack Hirschman.
Yeah.
And I said,
It started raining, we kept on talking under an umbrella. Everybody fled into the house. And there were because you know, have so many people in common you can talk about. People you haven't heard of for 30, 35 years. And he showed me pictures of his house in Mexico where Alex has stayed, and this place, whatever it's called.
when did he come? How recently was that?
2-3 weeks ago, he stayed at Alex's house.
Well, that was after I saw him in New York.
Yeah, maybe, because Alex picked him up and then brought him to the London plane where he was going to be picked up by somebody else. But he,
By some
yeah.
We hadn't seen for 30 years. Remember some
But then he says,
I didn't know him.
he says, I can walk around in 5 cities. And Dries told me he'd seen him pottering around, you know, in the city all by himself, which is interesting.
Is it growing there? Goodbye to Lakshmi.
En dan blijkt dat
Because
hij
if she ever wants to
You lived
be without you,
No, she's okay. She's doing her thing.
she has friends here.
No, she's just doing her own thing at the moment, and it's okay.
ongetwijfeld. Simon is nooit in Kathmandu geweest.
Wat?
Je never been in Kathmandu.
Oh yeah.
I'm giving a little performance.
Dus ik denk aan die
This much time.
there's a living one like that, you know. She can be
Ben jij
rented.
Kathmandu geweest, Luc? Ja.
And cruise ships pass by.
Ja, maar hij
I'll give you a picture of it, you know.
I know from Kathmandu.
Ara, you lived in
Yes.
Kathmandu.
Yeah,
And we knew each
I
other
lived
then.
there for many years. I was known as the king of Kathmandu.
In 1972, remember?
Voor de herdeeld.
No, but the king was crowned during my stay there,
Yeah.
and all the hippies were supposed to leave. So I decided I would leave also because they were bringing in a lot of people for the celebration, the coronation. And the last day before I left, I was just printing a book called Seven Marvels, and I was rubber stamping all these pages madly just before leaving.
I have beautiful publications.
And I dedicated it to the, you know, I said on
the new king.
auspicious
Mahendra,
occasion of
whatever
the-
his name is, yeah.
Narendra, yeah.
May I say that in accordance with Straw Maps was received extremely well. We saw it, we showed it to many people. Onder andere Tjebbe van Tijen, a history writer.
Oh, you know, he wrote about it. I saw it on the net.
Yeah.
someone gave me a printout, and I thought, oh, Chevy, I remember him because, you know.
Ooit ja. Maar ik geef er nu voor niks weg natuurlijk. En hij doet het niet meer. Maar zit geen auto wel zo.
And now they were just showing it in Barcelona the other day.
37, one of two. When cruise ships pass by, it's close to get a nice business.
Yeah. Sitting there because Steve was supposed to come on a motorcycle with Jessie on the back, and they never showed up and never called. So she was thinking maybe the motorcycle crashed.
Ja, dat is vreselijk. Ja, dat is de laatste hebben. When was it? Half a year ago?
Yeah, something like that.
But Jetty looks different when you see her nowadays.
Nou ja, she's in her 60s, hè. Ja, maar is she? I haven't seen her. Dat was de laatste time I saw her.
Ik kwam mij voor het laatst tegen bij zo'n sterk. Ja. Ik herken haar.
En nu zo helemaal grijs of zo.
Nou,
In New York, I was going crazy because I was staying up all night, you know, working on this website thing. You know, like I met this guy over the phone. We became very close friends. I would actually make him my literary executor now. We got so close, you know.
Ja, funny is that.
Because he's doing great things, you know.
They come out of nowhere, hè? People you never met before. So.
Well, here's a card. Do you ever get near a computer or know somebody?
Yes.
So you just check this website. You'll see more stuff on me.
Great.
Give me one more.
Give me one more.
You see more stuff on there than you can see any place else, anything that's been done in my whole life. And we're still in
You
class.
just click, you just...
And the reading is on the 8th, on the night. So Ferlinghetti, Ed Sanders, Ann Waldman, John Giorno.
You have a little phone.
They're good.
Sardinia.
You can't have
three readings there, and then Florence and other places.
Oh, your Italian tour.
Yeah. And then some Hungarian filmmakers are going to come there to make a film with me if they get the money and bring Raphael.
How is Raphael?
He's good.
Where's he? Girls, would you like another of this almond drink?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, it's very good. Thank you.
So Reineck is gone. She came and blew out like a wind.
What? 2000 spelletjes.
That was fast and, you know.
1900.